In today's lesson, we will be graphing more linear functions using the slope and y-intercept in the equation y equals mx plus b. But what we're adding to this lesson is the beginning step. We're going to have to solve for y equals. So the equation is going to be in a different form that we will have to solve for, and then once it's solved, we can graph. Before we get into this lesson, I just want to do a very quick review of two different concepts. One, simplifying expressions when you have variables. Remember, we combine like terms. 4x plus 3x is 7x, and then plus 5. Common mistake is that students add those together to say 7x plus 5 is 12x, but you cannot combine them, and it just stays as 7x plus 5. In the second example, you have 3y and then negative 5x plus 2x. You can only combine if they have the same variable, and you take the sign in front. So this would be 3y and then negative 5x plus 2x is negative 3x. So simplifying expressions, and then the other two examples involve solving equations, just one-step equations. We always have to do the opposite to get x by itself. So plus 5 means we need to subtract 5 on both sides. So x equals 7. In the second example, we have a negative x, and then the 6 is positive, so to get rid of that 6, we have to subtract 6 on both sides. And then you're left with a negative x. 15 minus 6 is 9, and then divide by negative 1, divide by negative 1, so x equals negative 9. So just 4 quick examples to just kind of refresh your memory before we get into today's lesson. So here are the steps of today's lesson. The last 3 we already know how to do. We know how to find the y-intercept, we know how to use the slope to get more points, and then obviously just connect the points to make a line. It's this first step that is new. We'll be using inverse operations to get y by itself. And today we're only going to do part A of this lesson. We're breaking it up into 2 different videos. Our inverse operations today is just dealing with one-step addition and subtraction. And then part B, we'll get into 2-step. So here is our first example. Our goal is you always need y equals. And in this case, we have y plus 3 equals. And the whole point is to get y all by itself on one side of the equal sign. So to get rid of this plus 3, we need to subtract 3 on both sides. So y plus 3 equals 5x. I'm going to subtract 3 on both sides. So here they cancel. Y equals 5x minus 3. You cannot simplify any further, you cannot combine like terms. But here, by doing that one step, we have now written our linear equation in the proper form, mx plus b, and now we can graph it. The y-intercept is negative 3, so we'll put a dot at negative 3. And then the slope is 5, or 5 over 1. So to get our other points, we can go up 5 over 1. And then go backwards, go down 5, and left 1. And then we can connect, and we have graphed the line. Alright, example number 2. If we draw a line at the equal sign, you'll right away realize that y is not by itself. We don't have y equals. We have y minus 2x. So how do we move a minus 2x to the other side? The opposite, we're going to add 2x to both sides. So add 2x and add 2x. So this cancels. So y equals 4 plus 2x. So y is by itself. However, I still want to do one more step to rewrite this. We want mx to be first, so we just have to do a flip. Y equals 2x plus 4. So now my equation is rewritten, and I can now graph. So I'll plot a point. My y-intercept is 4. And then my slope is 2, or 2 over 1. So I'm going to go up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. And then to go backwards, down to left 1. And then I can connect. So not too bad. A lot of it is review. Just have to get your equation into the right form first, and then it's pretty easy. Alright, here is our last example. We want y equals, and we have plus a 1/2 x. So we need to subtract 1/2 x on both sides. Y plus 1/2 x equals -2. But I'm going to subtract 1/2 x on both sides. So y equals -2 minus 1/2 x. Now let's rewrite it, do our last step, which is the flip. This -1/2 x is the slope, and a -2 is the y-intercept. So y equals my slope -1/2 x, and then my y-intercept is -2. So now it is in the proper form, slope-intercept form, mx plus b, and I can graph. My y-intercept is at -2, and my slope is -1 over 2. So instead of going up to the right, I'm going to go down to the right. Down 1, right 2. Down 1, right 2. And then backwards, up 1, left 2. And then I can connect. And that is the full lesson. Practicing graphing linear functions, solving them for the right form first, and then being able to graph them. Good luck with the lesson.